At some point during that conversation, does he ask you a question that disturbs you?
Yes.
And what was that question?
If I do something terrible, would you still love me? I think that's the way it was worded.
And what did you do in response to that?
I asked him why he would say that, later. And I said, why would you think that I wouldn't love you? And I said, and he said, I don't know. And I said, well, why would you think about doing something terrible? And he said, I don't know, I was just asking.
Okay.
And of course, my first thought was suicide.
Yeah, I can see that.
In a conversation we had a day or two later,
Okay.
we were going to McDonald's to get food, and I can't even remember how the conversation started. But he asked me if I knew Nick Cruz, and I looked at him and I said, I've never heard of him. I didn't know who he was. And he looked at me and he said, are you serious? And I said, yeah. He said, well, have you heard of the Parkland school shooting? I said, absolutely. I read all about it, but I don't remember who did it. And he said, Nicholas Cruz did.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, how would you know about all that? And he said, I've been reading about it.
Now, at this point, would it be safe to say that Colt's mental and emotional health is kind of spiraling?
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm sorry, just yes or no?
Yes, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. It's okay. And even before this, had he routinely had violent outbursts?
Yes.
Okay. And you and Colin had actually spoken about Colt's mental health?
Mm-hmm.
And again, yes? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. It's okay. It happens to everybody. Did you talk to Colin about Colt needing professional help for
We
this?
did talk about it. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did Colt talk to you about a Christmas present he had gotten?
Sure.
Okay. And what was that Christmas present?
It was a gun.
Okay. And was it a rifle?
Yes.
Okay. Who did you get the Christmas present from?
From his dad.